Let your smile change the world, but don't let the world to change your smile. Well, hi everyone. Now I'm going to talk about interdependence, or if I say simply, respecting the differences. Friends and dear audience, let me to start my speech by saying a short story which is about the differences of our hands finger. Everybody left the thumb finger and never talked with it, never played with it, because the thumb finger was the smallest finger and it was placed a long distance away from the other fingers. But as soon as possible, they understood that without thumb finger they can't do many things. Without thumb fingers they can't draw. Without thumb fingers they can't carry things. And the most important point, without thumb finger they can't be a punch, or in some cases they can't punch to defend from themselves. Now if you consider about the humans, we can find your differences from among all the humans from each other. For example, the color of skin. Some of them are white, some of them are black, and some of them are red. If all of us were the same, life would become boring, like our nature, which is the same time. Or if we do the same thing, we will get bored of it. So we should not intend that everyone should be like us. Same thought and same behavior. Instead that we should accept each other in a community, we should put respect for each other. That's all in the fields of our life. We should learn that's how to live in the peace and with love. Like I mentioned in my story about the differences of our hands finger. And also, we should remember that these 5 fingers are brothers, but they are not the same. Each of them has their own value, ability, and task, where they are. Friends, life with its difference is more beautiful. However, many of us are old, young, or adults, but we don't have the moral of accepting each other in a community. We don't want things which are opposite of our idea, thought, or relation. So why don't we start trying to accept each other in a community? For example, I have sisters whose tastes are different from me. Or like my dear daddy, he likes reading books. He often reads historical books, but I always read fiction books. In our small library, there is history and fiction books as well. Or like my dear mother, which likes cooking foods, special foods, but when no one in our family likes that food, we will not going to insist to be against her taste. She by passionately and waiting cook the favorite food of every family member by the following night. Friends, we are all the members of one family, but our taste is different. Respecting to these differences, loving each other as we live under one roof makes us a terrific family. But why in a community we can't live like this way? Aren't we created as a super creature of Allah in this earth? So let's use from our natural wisdom and make this world a better place, like our terrific family that we have. Friends, I can remember that when I was in the first grade, our math teacher explained about these numbers. Children, look at the board. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. At that time, she tells us the differences. She tells us that the world has many differences. She told us the lessons of our life. We understood that the books are different because they want to teach us the differences. With one book, can't prepare for the terminal or final exam. But when we become older, we have forgotten the first grade lessons. We didn't believe in differences and we didn't accept each other. When we start talking about relation and beliefs of relation, we count ourselves as a higher guy. And because of this, we draw boundaries for each other and we separate each other from our friends and our own mankind. Friends, don't forget this, that for having a successful relationship with others, you should emphasize more in common points and basic points that bring us near each other and make us united. The differences are cause of turbulence, disturbance, and silence. I, as an immigrant which lives for 4 years in Indonesia, I have learned many things from Indonesian people. Indonesian people are kind. Indonesian people put respect for each other. Indonesian people aren't the same, but they're like brothers and sisters. And at the end, I want to say that I can promise you that life near each other is more beautiful than opposite of each other. Thanks.